If you're watching this and thinking 2026 definitely has to be the year, keep watching. This video is just for you. 1 year ago, I decided to stop starting over and start showing up. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing exactly how I've been losing weight over the past year, what worked, what didn't, and how you can apply it to your 2026 without extremes or burnout. Let's be honest. This isn't a transformation built on perfection, it's built on consistency. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kristen, and over the last year, I have been on a fitness and lifestyle journey to lose weight sustainably whilst balancing real life, motherhood, work, and even my mental health. I mean, I didn't do any like trendy diets or even like train like an athlete. I basically just built a simple system that I could stick to, and that's really what changed everything. So the biggest change I made had nothing to do with food or even the gym. It was really my mindset. For years, I relied on motivation, and as soon as motivation disappeared, so did my progress. What eventually worked for me was realizing that motivation was unreliable, but consistency could definitely be built. So I stopped asking myself, do I feel like doing this today? How I explain it to people is, take the feeling out of it and started asking myself, what is the smallest version of this particular habit that I can do today to ensure that I've touched on it? How I usually explain this to people that reach out to me is, do you feel like brushing your teeth every day, or do you just do it? Ponder. So some days you brush your teeth really well, like you take your time to brush your teeth really well, and some days when you're rushing to go to work, you just brush your teeth and you keep it pushing, right? That's exactly the same focus that I went with. So some days we're outstanding, great, hit all my macros, ate all the right food, went to gym, crashed it, you know. And then some days I did the barest minimum, but guess what? I still did it, and both counted. And so that's the first thing you need to focus on. It's not an all or nothing attitude that you have to have. A lot of people have an all or nothing attitude. Like, if I don't go to the gym and do like an hour and a half, then I'm not gonna go at all. No. Small actions repeated over time matter a lot more than motivation ever will. Small actions create consistency. You're probably watching this and thinking, Kristen, it's easier said than done. Yeah, guys, life will happen. You'll get busy, you'll get tired, right? But the difference that I found is that I didn't quit when these things happen. Why? Because one missed day doesn't matter. What really matters is not missing the next one. So once I fixed my mindset, I then needed to come up with a system that was going to work for me. In my simple system, I focused on daily movement and not perfection. And so walking actually became a huge part of my daily routine. So walking, home workouts, and gym sessions sometimes. I stopped forcing workouts that I actually didn't like and just started doing the ones that I enjoyed most. And so that's why you would see on my Instagram that I do a lot of Grow with Joe workouts, because I like the music, you can enjoy it, you dance along with her, and it's an hour, 45 minutes, and you feel like you've had a little party in your living room. Enjoyment made consistency possible. The second part of my simple system was about how I ate. I didn't cut out carbs, I didn't demonize food, I didn't starve. I basically focused on eating a balanced meal at every meal while prioritizing protein, which makes changing your eating habits a bit more sustainable, because cutting out any food group means that your body is lacking whatever nutrients that food group will provide. And so when you eat a balanced diet, which is the way we should be eating anyways, whilst prioritizing protein, you actually stay full for longer and you're not really missing anything in terms of nutrients in your body. Now, you can't do all of these things without any routine or structure. So that was another part of my system, was getting my life together. You have to kind of be in some sort of routine, otherwise you will struggle. Okay, so fasting was a big help for me. I wouldn't say it was the magic that helped anything. It was just an additional tool that I use to kind of give my body a break, more or less. So if you struggle with taking breaks in between eating, like if you struggle with overeating, I'd say try fasting, 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating. Read more about it, intermittent fasting. It will definitely help. And then just having a routine and like structure to my day. So planning my meals in advance. So like the night before or early in the morning, I'll just be like, okay, for my breakfast I'll have this, for my lunch I'll have this, and for my dinner I'll have this. And just having that rough plan of what you eat just encouraged me to not binge or eat random things that I didn't really plan for. Now, you will have days where, you know, maybe you're out on a team lunch or you're, you know, out with family and you end up sporadically eating things. Like I said earlier, that will not ruin your progress, okay? The thing that will ruin your progress is having that day eating rubbish and then the next day continuing to eat rubbish and the day after. No, you can have that one day where you didn't plan in somehow. I mean, it happens. You've eaten the things that, you know, maybe you're not necessarily meant to eat or not eating in a balanced format or whatever. And then the next day you try and balance everything again. Make a plan. In terms of my workout routine, I've definitely found that early morning workouts worked for me because, as I mentioned, I am a mother and so I've got kids, and so I definitely prefer to work out before they wake up. Now, if somehow I've stayed up too late at night and I now need to work out, I can actually work out whilst they're awake as well. But my preference is to work out before they get up. And so early morning workouts were perfect for me because by evening time, I am knackered after work. I can't do evening workouts. The lesson here isn't fasting or working out in the morning. It's basically to find a routine or a structure that fits your own lifestyle and your own typical days. And finally, within my system, I went back to the basics. The basics are everything, okay? Basics meaning drinking loads of water, prioritizing sleep, and reducing stress. 3 basics that you need to thrive. I find that when you're in a routine anyways, these things kind of fall into place. So what I do is go to bed early enough so that I can get 8 hours of sleep to be able to wake up by 6 a.m. when I need to work out. By the time I wake up, I make sure that I drink, you know, at least 500 ml to 1 liter of water early in the morning before I brush my teeth, before I even do anything. And then reducing stress. Ultimately, once you're working out, you tend to be more focused at work, and like hopefully that will help reduce stress as well, because you're not doing things like drinking alcohol, eating late at night. Those things kind of add stress on your body because then you don't sleep long enough. You know, it just ends up being a whole cycle of things. So going back to the basics is the final portion of my simple system. So just to be correct, or just to summarize my system: move your body daily, eat in a balanced diet, have a routine / structure, and do the basics. Now, it's easy to talk about what worked, but let's touch on what didn't work actually, and what's not going to work for you in 2026. The first thing is being overly restrictive in your food. A lot of people don't understand this, but if you completely cut out carbs, you are going to, after 2-3 days of doing that consistently, you are going to have a binge, and that's going to ruin your progress. Restrictive diets don't work. Restrictive diets that are even timed, so like 20-day restrictive diets or 3-day restrictive diets, just never really worked for me, to be honest, and I don't really think it really works for anyone. Let's be honest. Another thing that didn't work, it was just chasing quick results. That just didn't work either. It's not going to work. The moment that I opened up my brain to say, actually, this needs to be a lifestyle and it cannot be just, 5 days of weight loss, let me see how much I'll lose. Okay, 2 days, 2 weeks of weight loss. That's not gonna work. You need to turn it into a lifestyle, because guess what? Even if that diet works and you manage to lose weight and then you stop, you will put all the weight back on. A lot of people wait for the perfect time. I'll start on a Monday because, you know, at least I get the weekend to enjoy. first. Honestly, once your mind is set, you can literally start now. It doesn't need to be a perfect time. It doesn't need to be a time where, I'm not as stressed. Like, if you continue waiting for the perfect time, you will just continue to be stuck and it's not going to move you anywhere. And the final thing I would say that didn't work was comparing yourself to people online. We are all different. I think my most asked question right now online is, why are you 95 kg and you're much slimmer than me? Guys, it's because I am taller than the average tall girl. Okay, like I am 185 centimeters and about 6'1". 6'1", that's how tall I am. So at 95 kg, I'm very close to my healthy weight. Whereas someone who is 5'4", 5'5", 5'7" is probably going to be looking round and not very close to their healthy weight. So comparing yourself to people that you see online without knowing the full picture or understanding their full journey or story, it didn't work, guys. It didn't work. So the biggest lesson I have for you here is going on a weight loss journey doesn't fail. What fails is the unsustainable methods that people are trying to take to get there. So if you want to lose weight in 2026, here's what I want you to focus on. First thing, choose 3 non-negotiable habits. 3, okay? Non-negotiable habits, make them as boring and basic as ever. It could be drinking 1 liter of water a day. It could be 10 minutes walking on the spot. It could be fasting 10 hours a day. Like, make them boring and basic 3 habits, okay, that you're not going to skip a day without doing. Even on bad days, make sure you give yourself time, because you don't need a new body in 30 days. You need a new lifestyle over 12 months. Some weeks will feel amazing, other weeks will feel slow, boring, quiet. You feel like quitting, but keep going anyways. 1 year from now, let's put a date on it, January 2027, you will be grateful that you did not quit. If this video was helpful for you, please do give this video a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. And also leave me a comment in the comment section, just letting me know some of the habits that you've set for yourself. And if you want to continue following my ongoing fitness journey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also follow me on Instagram. I am so proud of you for starting your journey and even clicking on this video because you've been thinking about it. I look forward to hearing all the reviews and how the journey is going. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I just wanna say, Lord, I'm grateful. Lord, I'm thankful for everything that you have done. It's a beautiful day. I've come to say, Lord, I'm grateful. Lord, I'm thankful for everything that you have done. It's a